Good day, everyone, and welcome back. Jeff with Torpedoes and Tarantulas here. And on today's video, we're pretty much just going to do some updates and maybe a feeding and an attempted feeding, but it's just mostly updates. A couple of them are pretty exciting, and the first one that I would like to start with, as far as updates go, is I have a new addition to my collection now. I don't know how well you can see her, but there is a black widow, also more commonly known in Australia and other parts of the world as a red-backed spider. I found her out in the yard earlier with this egg sac, and as well you can see there's a couple of smaller spiders. I'm assuming that this here is a male, and then there's another smaller spider in here with quite different markings than this one that is probably just an offspring, but I think this one right here is a male, and then her, we can't really get a good view of her right now. There she is. I got pretty excited when I spotted her out in the yard and just knew I had to gather her up and put her in an enclosure so that we can watch her. And again, as I mentioned there, she's got a couple of egg sacs there, so this ought to be pretty exciting over the summer to watch how these guys grow and develop and everything. I got her an enclosure at Walmart. I got this little plastic can. It's just a soft plastic, and it has a lid on it with a little ribbon, there that you could pop the top off with. I think it ought to be the right size for her and the rest of her brood there. This handle, I think I'm going to take off. I don't really care much for that. And then that will leave us some ventilation holes. But anyway, I will do that. I will make that thing up and rehouse her in a separate video. But before we do all of that stuff, let's get on with our updates. And the first update that I would like to do is on my Harpactira pulchripes, which has molted. I checked on it this morning and it had molted. You can see the tarantula right there, and then the molt right next to it. You can also see the shininess on its legs from where it has obviously just recently molted. Sorry, we can't see anything better than that. We'll feed it next week, and then maybe we'll get some better views of it, but I was really excited about that. Pretty stoked, so can't wait to see what it looks like when we get ready to feed it. And I came home Thursday afternoon, and my Brachypelma hamori was excavating the corner of its enclosure, and it is now burrowed down into here. It is also doing much better since I rehoused it and started giving it pre-killed food. But today, as I mentioned, a possible attempted feeding, today I am going to try to give it, oops, I knocked its hide over, a small baby roach and see how it does. And then my male green bottle blue Augie, sorry, that's the wrong side of the enclosure, I believe is in pre-molt. I haven't seen much of him in several days, but you can kind of barely see him hanging around the side of the enclosure right there. He has webbed himself pretty much into that area, and that is where he is staying. And so I am assuming, see, you can't see him down in there, but I'm assuming that he is in a pre-molt, so we're looking for a molt out of him really soon as well. So we will not be feeding him today. We will not be feeding the Harpactira. Actually, I will drop a roach in with Augie here. I don't anticipate it being eaten, but again, we will not be feeding the Harpactira pulchripes. We will be feeding my Brachypelma auratum and attempting to feed my Brachypelma hamori. And then that will be the end of the video, so hang around, guys. Alright, so here we are back with the Brachypelma hamori. Like I said, we're going to attempt to feed it, so what I'm going to do is just deposit a small roach, baby roach, down in there. If I can get it to come out of the darn deli cup. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, here we go. I finally got a hold of a roach, so let's put it down in there. Okay, so we're going to let the roach go ahead and crawl right back out of the burrow because my Brachypelma hamori is obviously still not interested. Wait. I'm not sure whether it is interested in live food yet or not, so if it does not go for it here pretty soon, I'm just going to go ahead and take that roach out, and then we will put some pre-killed food in there. And we'll just feed it that way until it starts taking down live food. It almost seems like it's halfway interested in that roach, so we'll just sit here and watch for a second or two. So I have a feeling it may go after it. It's definitely acting like it's kind of interested. Although when the roach first approached it, it acted kind of fearful. Maybe we can get a takedown here. Oh, it fell back down in the hole. Are we going to see a takedown? Who knows? Maybe not. Sorry about the stupid sheep noise, guys. That's my text message. I keep forgetting to turn that crud off on my phone when I'm getting ready to do a video. And I do believe if we wait and watch long enough, we may be rewarded with a takedown out of my Brachypelma hamori, which will be its first takedown of live food. Since I got it. It was acting very afraid of live prey when I first got it, and so it did not eat for a while, and then I started giving it pre-killed food, and it started eating really well after that. And now it looks like it may be interested in the roach because it realizes that the roach is not going to harm it. Sorry about the moving around of the camera, guys. I'm just trying to get a good angle here. And of course, I go to messing around with the roach and I spook the darn spider, and we have to start all over. Really wish we would get a takedown here so I can switch over to the next video, because I know you guys are getting bored and this video is starting to run long. So I'm not sure here. Let's see. There we go. Nice. All right. Awesome. So now we know that it is capable of taking down live prey. That was very awesome. We'll wait a second and see if we get a happy dance or anything else out of it. I don't know about you guys, but for me, this being my tarantula and all of that, that was well worth the wait. That was baby's first takedown. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put another baby roach in there, which it can eat at its leisure later on. And I think we will now move to my Brachypelma auratum. Alright guys, so on to my last spider here. This is my Brachypelma auratum. and we are going to drop a red runner in there and see if it wants to eat. I offered it a mealworm in the middle of the week and it did not want it. So let's see if it will take the roach. Well, that's very odd. Looks like the roach is trying to cuddle with the tarantula there. And if it does not take the roach, it tells me that this animal is probably getting ready for a pre-molt as well. Which I'm hoping for, because again, I'm ready for this thing to molt, get some more hairs back on its abdomen, and see those colors really brighten up and come through. This tarantula is definitely not acting very interested in the food, which is doing all it can except for put itself in the tarantula's mouth, if you ask me. So, this tarantula may not be interested in food, which means it may be in a pre-molt. Which, if that's the case, that's another update to be added to this video here. But that is very unusual, because most tarantulas with prey that close would have already taken it down, so it may not be hungry. Well, guys, while we're sitting here waiting, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. And thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Keep an eye out for some more videos. We're going to have some feedings next week. And here pretty soon, I'm going to be doing an update on my Black Widow when I get her in her new enclosure. So be looking for that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great evening. Take care, and God bless, guys.